is no place to loaf around.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
This is no place to loaf around.
What's going on? Just logging in. Not my usual stream time. Although I haven't been able to stream lately. Alright, starting with C3. So we're already halfway. Pretty sweet. Here's my Raiden. She's pretty good. She will be better when I can use. I got this really baller. Look at this. Energy recharge goblet. The thing is, I don't have a good feather to put on her. When I get a good feather, then I can swap and get a better energy recharge goblet on her. So I have a better Raiden waiting to go as soon as I get one good piece, which is insane. The amount of resin I have dropped on this domain, and this is all I have for these feathers, is it is so painful. It hurts so much. They're all so bad. I mean, some of them are fine, but again, the amount of resin that I have dumped into this domain is insane. Plus, look, I mean, okay, look at this. Look how many crit rate and crit damage ones I've gotten. It just puts it in perspective. Considering how much easier, and most of these have crit. Most of them have, right, like another crit on them. Look how many of these I've gotten compared to this many feathers, and they're all. Look at this one. Like, come on, man. Like, this is probably like my better one. Like, I have multiple characters. Like Sarah is also using an off-piece feather because I just can't get a good emblem feather. It's driving me crazy. Anyway, shall we? I don't know where's a good spot to pull for cons here. Where should we go? What's a good location? Would we? I mean, I feel like okay. So here's where she did this cool slash. It's pretty sweet. I'm in front of her house, which I feel like is pretty fitting. There's like this. This is kind of a cool scene. This background's pretty sweet. She probably likes the electricity around here. Okay, let's pull from here. Yeah, this feels right. The vibe feels right. We're gonna make her OP. She's already kind of OP, but that's okay. Alright. I'm pretty close. I am, like, very close. This might be... I might get a 5-star, and it's guaranteed. So this first one might come pretty quick. We shall see. But this one should be a Raiden to start with, so we'll see how this goes. I've had pretty shitty luck lately. So, what's up, Shota? Shota? Okay. Would have been really sweet to start with the first 10-fold. That's okay. I think the next one, then. I think the next one. I don't need any of these 4s. I already have C6 on all of these, so... 4 stars do not need. I thought I was closer than this. It's gotta be this one. What's up, Shinyan? Man, I guess I was farther than I thought. Okay, that's pretty much. I think we went like all the way to pity. I think that's like 80. At least it's Raiden. What's up, girl? Alright. Starting fresh. Okay. It's 10. It's 20. $30. It's a lot of Sarahs. It's 40. I'll take it. That's a good omen. Hell yeah. 50. $60. Guess we're probably going all the way again. Sweet. 70. Shit, man. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt today. I got 70 maybe. Maybe that's 80. I don't know. Okay, so all the way again. This is 50-50. I'm looking to get my C6 cheat sheet. Another Sarah. Okay, we won a 50-50. That makes me feel a little bit better. A little bit better. I'm okay with going all the way. As long as I win some 50-50s along the way, that'd be very helpful. Thank you. Got to top up a couple times here. Alright, it's 10. It's 20. $30. 40. Oh wait, let's see. Let me buy these. So many Sarahs. Should be C5. Here, we'll bait her into coming early. She knows she only needs one now. Lost count. Oh, that's early at least. This is 50-50. That is so many Sarahs, okay. Bro, we won every 50-50. I didn't even need to top up. What are we doing here? Oh, that's good. That was honestly much, much better than I had anticipated. That was much, much, much better than I had anticipated. So I think we had to do like all the way to pity, won the guaranteed, made it like all the way to pity again, won the 50-50, and then the second 50-50, it was early. Well, that's a wrap. All right, let's try her out. C3 Mona. I do like Mona. Mona's got some pretty solid constellations, man. I'm not trying to say that's not a bummer. It's a bummer. Mona cons are pretty good. Is her first one her burst, or is it her skill? If it's her mirror reflection of doom is okay. So stellar. Okay, well at least that's her burst, and her burst is pretty strong. And her C4 is pretty handy, especially because you're often using Mona for like screenshots and shit, right? So this will help you do your crit fishing when you're doing screenshot builds with like 5% crit rate, 300% crit damage. This will help, kind of a lot, actually. It's coming in handy for me. I use her when I do like my burst with Jean, and I'm running Jean with like 5% crit rate. This does honestly come in handy for that, you know. I mean, that's pretty much it. Plus, also again, if you're like running around a freeze team, just run 0 crit. Just add that in, right? It's good. It's solid. Her C6 is pretty trash. C5 is pretty trash. Honestly, getting to C4 is like peak Mona, I would say. I mean, you can do memes with this, but it's pretty impractical, I think. I really need the Mora, though. It's actually kind of nice. Oh, I guess I can get these. That's kind of cool. Get some Mora? Hell yeah. Buy out this stuff. I'll take it. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can see here. I definitely want to try... Oh, by the way, I don't like 100% recommend C6ing Raiden. It's really it's really niche. It's fun for co-op, and I co-op quite a bit. Like co-oping bosses, I think it's really fun. I also have a very specific use. Okay, so here's the thing. So my Sarah is really well invested. Solid artifacts, C6. Double crown Sarah. I actually only have 1 crown on my Raiden. I have 2 crowns on my Sarah. My Sarah is like hyper invested also, and drops just like, what's up, Moon? Drops big bursts. But here's the thing about Sarah. So when you're doing a rotation, and you're doing especially like speed runs and stuff like that, right? So what happens is Sarah's burst is on a 20-second cooldown, and Raiden's burst is on a 18-second cooldown. See at the bottom there. So if you're playing optimally, what ends up happening is you either need to delay Raiden's burst, which doesn't really make sense to do because you don't really have anyone else to waste time with on a Raiden hypercarry team. What you end up doing is then skipping Sarah's burst on rotation 2, using just her skill to buff Raiden. And all this is really gaining from my C6 here is a buff again for, again, like Sarah's second burst in the rotation, and then also getting the second burst for like my second rotation. So it is a pretty sizable gain for me because my Sarah will drop like 180k bursts. What's up, Psycho? Psycho? I've been good. I haven't been as active. I started a new job recently, and so just been really busy. My schedule's a little wonky. It's been kind of hard to stream. I figured tonight was a special occasion, and I haven't seen people for a while. So just did a kind of last minute decision just to do a stream. Not my usual streaming time, but I can't really stream at my usual streaming time, so I guess this is more likely my usual streaming time. But that's my use case for C6 Raiden. You should probably not ever C6 Raiden. I think Raiden is peak Raiden really basically at C3, but C2 Like you're like 90% there, right? Say I'm online at 1 a.m. on Genshin. I don't know. It's only 7:43 here. It's like 8. It's like not even 8 o'clock here where I am. So I don't know where you're at. Um, I do think C2 Raiden is probably the like if you took any other 5 star at C2, in my opinion, C2 Raiden is the best 5 star at C2. If you like all things being equal at C2. Oh, when it's 1 a.m. Oh, I see. I don't know. I'm actually online all the time. Frankly, I'll like leave my game on, but I'm usually like AFK. I'm usually I leave it running and I'll do other stuff. If I'm working from home, I'll leave it running and like come take a break, come and do stuff. I just leave it on. I probably shouldn't. I should save electricity, turn it off more, but I kind of leave it on a lot. So it's gonna be on at weird hours for sure. And sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. Um, but yeah, this is yeah, that's so. I mean, that's my use case for C16 Raiden. Now, if you happen to have Yay, the good thing about it is the same problem that happens for Sarah also happens for Yay, and Raiden C6 fixes both. And actually, it fixes even Yay, delaying Raiden's burst normally. Right, as you probably are aware, Yay has this very awkward 22-second cooldown. And C6 Raiden brings it down to 17 seconds, which is just fast enough to be bursting with Raiden on rotation. So, all in all, there's like very specific use cases for it. But it does mean you need like pretty high energy recharge. So one thing I'm gonna need to figure out is 155 enough for Sarah to burst on rotation? It might not be. I might need to swap her build out and maybe go more like 170 energy recharge, something like that. We'll see how it goes. It'll depend on the fight and stuff like that. Honestly, the current abyss is going to make this pretty tough. Just because like there's energy drain, stuff like that.
Quiver!
You want to go for Ayato? Yeah, I think Ayato seems good. He seems a lot like Ito to me from his kit. Yeah, here's my Raiden build. My Raiden build's pretty solid. Pretty solid ratio. What's up, Peppermint? I did. It came really, honestly, fast. I won. I won. So I had a guaranteed, and then I won two 50-50s, and then the last one came really early. I'd say here's my pieces. It's a pretty solid piece. A little bit of energy recharge, decent crit damage. Electro, it's not an amazing piece, but it's on set. C1 Mona, okay, C1 Mona's not bad. Yeah, Mona's been people are getting Mona tonight. It's a bummer. But Mona is still one of the better 5 stars. I mean, that's a pretty solid constellation, frankly. That's pretty good. Could be worse, right? You could be getting like Dilute constellations or something. This one's pretty meh, unless you're using her as like a taser driver. And C3 and C4 are pretty solid. Okay, that's silver lining. That's silver lining. Silver lining. Kazuha is pretty great. It does seem like he's due for a rerun sometime soon. It's been a pretty long time. God, when did he rerun? July? Or not rerun, but when did he run? Was it July? Something like that? It's been a while. It's been like a long ass time, god damn. I think they know. I think what they're trying to do is figure out a way, like, okay, how do we nerf Kazuha? And then maybe they'll want to buff him before, but like, I kind of feel like they want to find a counter to Kazuha before they like run him again, right? I think that they tried. Okay, here's my theory on how they try to balance this game. I think what they try to do is buff and debuff characters as necessary, while also trying to give them a period where they thrive during their rerun. But it seems like what they'll try to do, right? And so like the dogs are actually a really good example of this, right? And the dogs like introduce both like corrosion for Kokomi to be good, and also they make this like kind of weird balance for Raiden and stuff, where actually it allows Raiden to do like a lot of damage because of the electro resistance. So you added that in, and now like the one thing I can't tell is if like they think the energy drain mechanic on these Vishaps is meant to be a debuff for Raiden, but it really, really definitely is making Raiden much more valuable there. I think it seems like it's meant to be a debuff, but it ends up being a buff if your Raiden has enough energy recharge. So here's the thing, right? If you're face tanking with Raiden and you're not recharging your burst because you're getting hit by the stuff that's draining your energy, then that means that Raiden doesn't have her energy up. But like when your Raiden is at like 300 energy recharge and you're running a second Electro like Sarah on the team, you're getting the resonance particles. Like her burst comes up anyway, even when she's off field. So like, yeah, I can't 100% make heads or tails out of it. I don't know what they'll do for Kazuha. Like, how will they make him? Like, I don't think they need to make him any better, obviously, right? So how would I see this? Okay, so I think what I would need to do is just burst with Kazuha and Jean and then Sarah and just see what the cooldown looks like. He's gonna die, but maybe I'll drop all the bursts before he starts and gets up. Maybe that'll help.
Barbados, guide us.
As one with wind and cloud.
No turning back. Inazuma shines eternal.
Yeah, well, gonna need a harder boss. But what we do see here is on this team, there's not enough energy recharge on Sarah for sure. So I like this team just because I like my Jean and Kazuha together, and so I threw in Sarah and Raiden. So the one problem with this team is that you don't get electro resonance particles. They don't proc from Swirl, and so you don't get the extra energy. Yeah, I can show you. I can show you like how like the damage, what the damage looks like with Raiden Hyper.
I won't hold you back. Much. Stay close, and you will live.
Let me get my burst back. I guess I'll have to do it on like I don't know, Azdaha maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what's gonna not die in like one hit. Hey, what's up, Zane?
Strike.
I probably will. The only reason I haven't is because the Raiden's E damage is not super significant. And also, if you see, like, so, you see she has a elemental burst damage bonus, right? But that burst damage bonus caps out at, talent level, I guess 8? I don't know, I guess it must be 8. So you're not getting any more, right? So all you're getting is a little bit more coordinated attack damage. Maybe 9. I don't. Yeah. Well, I guess mine is at level 8 right now, and going to 9 doesn't buff it up anymore. So I took it as high as that because again, the damage it does is not like super significant, but it is a little bit higher now. It's a level 11. Maybe it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, I probably will end up doing it just because I like Raiden a lot. But yeah, it's not a massive amount of damage, and again, the coordinated attack damage is like all you're gaining, and that 0.3 per energy buff is really the value in that burst, or sorry, the skill. And so just like capping that out really was really my priority there. But yeah, it's not insignificant, and it does like get to be a good chunk of damage once she's like ignoring defense and it's buff from Bennett and Kazuha. So yeah, it might be worth it.
Flash!
Again, I mean, this is definitely like my min-maxing team. I guess the next thing I probably should do if I'm min-maxing is level up Benny's burst and yeah. I mean, I guess that. I should level up his burst. I could take him to level 90 too, he's only level 81. It would be like a minor gain, but you never know, right? Those edge cases where you're like doing stuff in Abyss and like 1 HP left on an enemy costs you like a couple seconds. You know, if you're min-maxing a team, you may as well. Okay, I can show you like what this looks like on Azdaha, I guess. It's gonna be hard. We're gonna immediately end up hitting the like invincibility phase, but well, we'll roll with it. Also gonna not really get to do like the second rotation. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to hit his invincibility phase while I hit Sarah's burst, and I'll just have to heal through the stomps. But like the whole time, I'm just going to be getting stomped. It's going to happen very quickly. If you're asking for big PP damage, I'll food up even. Should I do food or no food? I'll do no food for now, and then just hope I crit. So this is not. There's no crit fishing here. This is just my normal build. Normal build.
Flash! Glory to the Shogun! Now you shall perish!
Will not absolve you!
The wind knows it.
Oh, we were pretty close. Sarah's burst is almost up. And that should do it right there.
Face me!
Shine down!
Time to go.
Alright, let's get this rolling again.
Crumble!
I'm going in!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Wind strike.
Strike! No turning back! Torn to oblivion!
She's doing like 5-16.
For 1,000 years of pain! You stand upon your tomb, though you
Yeah, 5-16 is what I saw on Azdaha, Raiden's initial burst.
come, experience an eon
Illusion
of
shattered.
suffering.
Adventure!
Yeah, Sarah's too good. She says it a little bit hard. I mean, just, yeah. I mean, we can just, I'll just show you right here.
Clouds high. The birds.
Flash! X!
Oh, no crit! No crit. Still with those like 9,000, almost 10,000 ticks. Yeah, Sarah's busted on that boss. Oh, I should be getting. I think my resolve should be max. I think when I drop, by the time I drop all those bursts, I get max resolve. Raiden C1 will basically guarantee it. I mean, yeah. I think it's very. It's not like an R5 at least. I'm not like a mega whale, but yeah. This is.
Off we go.
Okay, here's the thing. I like Yay, so don't think this is an insult, okay?
Into the wind.
But like, it's very apparent how much better Raiden is than Yay. Here's my take on Raiden. This is my big picture take on Raiden, okay? And why I felt comfortable C6ing Raiden. Because there's in a game that in theory has power creep, like why would you want to wail out a DPS? Could become obsolete. Maybe she'll be out DPS by someone else or whatever. So the reason why I decided to C6 Raiden, even though like she's basically peaked at C3, is basically like, okay, here's the thing. I do like speedrunning. I like to do like optimized runs. I like doing co-op. And like, who is the character that I think is best in like every scenario, and that is Raiden. Like, nobody, like no other character is remotely close in as many contexts as Raiden in that terms of just like dealing damage and then cycling back through your supports and they're charged up is so insanely good. Anyone who used Shao and like wanted to speedrun will know immediately why that's powerful, which is a good comparison. Is because if you look at any Shao videos, like there's like 10 seconds between rotations where he's funneling. I mean, even if you're doing just sucrose with like sacrificial fragments, do 3 skill uses, funnel them into Shao, that's like 6 seconds, which is like an actual eternity for speedrunning, right? Like the Shao's damage is actually fine. It's actually solid damage. The reason why Shao, even if he's like C6, is not usually like a speedrunning champ, is because he ends up wasting so much time funneling. The reason why Raiden National is so popular is because you no longer have to funnel to Shang Ling so much, right? And even like wasting time casting 2 skills with Sacrificial Sword on Xing Cho is like, in a speedrun scenario, like that extra second does matter a lot. And so being able to run like my Xing Cho, which I don't even use him with Raiden, but if I do, I actually run him with Kokomi usually. You can do some co-op, yeah. I'll do some co-op. We can maybe do some Raiden fights on co-op. I'll use Raiden against Raiden. So like I usually use him with Kokomi when I do use Xing Cho. So that means I have a double Hydra, which means I don't need to run a battery. Like I don't need his energy recharge to be as high, right? Because I can just use Kokomi's particles. It's double Hydro, his own. It's enough. So I have him built like this, but this is actually how you'd want to build Xing Cho with Raiden. Like still some energy recharge, but not sacrificial. And this is a much faster use of Xing Cho, right? Only 1 skill use. So yeah, I mean that's just to summarize that like Raiden is forever going to be one of the best DPSs in the game. I'm looking at all of these other, and here's my reasoning for this. Like the way characters scale, like Eula is strong at C6, but she's not that much stronger than Raiden's damage at C6. right? Like, Ayaka is strong at C6, but it's not, like, that strong at C6. You know what I'm saying? Like, MiHoYo is going to try to make money off these reruns for the next several years. So, like, there might be power creep in this game, but the power creep is going to keep the constellations relevant. And so, to me, I look at some of these constellations, I look at some of these characters, and I see where they're going. And if there is power creep, how slow it is going to be to ensure that the reruns are still profitable, right? It wouldn't be beneficial to them to make Hu Tao irrelevant, right? They're going to want people to wail and get Hu Tao's constellations, right? So it's like you should look at C6 of these 5 stars and assume that like what they anticipate happening is that like maybe on Hu Tao's 4th rerun you will eventually get C6, right? They want people to keep dipping their toes in the banners, but like as it currently is, you wouldn't do that if like C6 EA became power crept. You wouldn't do it if like C6 Ayaka or C6 Eula was completely power crept, right? So I think this is why this game has been pretty tame with power creep. And I think that Raiden basically just always going to be good. I think she's always going to be good. I think there's like there will not be a day in Genshin where C6 Raiden is going to be bad, right? It's just really hard to imagine it. Again, unless it's like a very bullshit mechanic that like intentionally drains, like I don't know, or like having full energy is a detriment to you for some reason. Like if that were ever the case, I mean, like it's very hard to imagine it. Maybe there's an enemy again that one shots you if you have energy. Like I don't know, but like it just isn't. It just isn't. It's never gonna be a problem. I personally enjoy this game for fun reasons. So like doing tedious funneling shit with Shang Ling has never been it for me. So again, like Raiden is just made like running. If I ever do want to run a Eula team, I can run with Raiden. If I ever do want to run National, I can run Raiden Hyper. Yeah, it just seems like she is basically future proof. So you know, to me, seemed if I was gonna C6 any of them, this is the one. I think like.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Rope quiver!
Try. Picked the wrong test subject.
Okay, let me see here. Where else could I feasibly try? I can try her out in the new domain. Let me fill my purse. Or the new boss. Alright, let's heal up. I wonder, I could probably one-shot her, I would think. Although she does this bullshit. She like kind of blocks damage. She'll teleport. I bet I'll miss. I bet I'll either get my damage blocked, I'll miss. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Shine down! Thunder! Insolent!
Okay, let's see. What I should do is dash forward there.
Everybody stand!
Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Glory to the Shogun! Your verdict is decided. Inazuma shines eternal! A fleeting shadow.
Yeah, I just did no damage. Just doing no damage. Kinda cheap.
There is no decided.
One with nature.
Let's light it up! Absurd!
Okay, I'm gonna need more energy return.
Illusions of our distractions.
I didn't see where it was. So, pro tip, the double, like the X, that's the one that's real.
Shine down!
Kind of a hard boss to get my energy back on.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Let's light it up! Everybody stand!
Clouds high. The birds come.
Storm the front! Torn to oblivion! Followed by blaze! There is no escape! Inferior!
I'm going in.
As one with wind and cloud.
Alright, where's my...
Flash. Witness the final.
Oh, I'll show you a trick. I'll show you a trick right after this. I have a very good trick for it.
Illusion shattered. This is.
How did he die? I was over the thing. Come on, man.
It's in my hand. Shine down.
Yeah, no, I'll show you. I mean, it goes away on its own. You can see how I do reactions, and it does do damage to it. Like Pyro, Cryo are good.
There is no escape. Everybody stand.
Clouds high. The birds.
Quiver. No turning back. Inazuma shines eternal.
Well, okay.
Crumbles before.
Yeah, I'll show you a trick. I'll show you a trick real quick. She's gonna blow your mind. Here you go. Alright, so this is not being damage showcase. I need to get my burst up. I'm just gonna like let her shield up, basically. It won't really matter. It's fun. I don't have Iridescent on Jean either, so
Strike dead.
the answer is always Jean. I don't know what people are doing in this game. If not, the answer is always Jean. Who would be a good fourth? Jean. What's the trick to this thing? It's gonna be Jean. Who can solo that? It's gonna be Jean, 100%. 100% of the time.
Let's light it up. Flash. Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
No.
Evasion is futile.
It's specifically Jean and Bennett. We're doing the Sunfire here. It's so fucking busted here. As long as I can get... Let's see if I can actually get her to not move. Okay, let's see if I can get her to stop. I don't wanna...
Off we go. Adventure time. Let's light it up. Going in. Wind, hear me. Follow my blade. Let's light it up.
Alright, we already got the shield down. Almost dead.
The final calamity. Let's light it up. Inferior. Shine down. Let's light it up. Flash. Let's light it up. Eternity is in my hand.
Well, shield's already actually gone. At this point, we're just...
Adventure time.
So, like, right now, I actually can do full damage.
Illusion shattered. Teamwork is strict. Barbados, guide us. Quiver. Storm the front. Now you shall perish. Only.
So you'd want more energy. My Jean, I usually don't. I usually run her with a double animo with Raiden, but like the energy drain stuff is a pain. So you'd want to just run energy recharge sands on her, or like an energy recharge weapon, and then the goal there is just burst with Bennett, and then burst with Jean. Otherwise, you can use like Cryo. Use like Ayaka is very strong. Like constant elemental application is just good there. We can see what like.
Adventure time.
Let's see what Ayaka does there. Ayaka, where you at?
Kamisato Ayaka, present.
I'll just use this team, whatever. It looks funny, but we'll roll with it. Ayaka does pretty good damage to the shield.
Manifest. Pathetic. It's weak.
Yeah, Sunfire Gene. Oh, and I didn't do this. Well, Hu Tao is just kind of here as a bonus.
Evasion is futile.
Again, I'm just kind of like letting her shield up. I'm not trying to kill her.
Whirling snow. Shake it and stir.
Oh yeah, look at my. By the way, this is just my kind of basic shotgun Diana, but
From the land of eternity.
Obey.
oh, it wouldn't be National. It'd be like Raiden hyper carry. Sorry, yeah, Raiden hyper carry with Jean. So you do like Raiden, Sarah, Jean, Bennett. That team comp actually is good. You'd want to just run
This bug is eternal.
run Jean with full elemental mastery in that case.
Look at you, Boomtail. Perish. Do your master's bidding. Take flight. In spirit. Embrace the ice. See? Cross over. In spirit.
That's pretty good. I'd say like
Unleash.
Ayaka is pretty solid for breaking the shield.
Calamity. Obey. Shake it and stir. Shake it and whirling snow. Purge all obstacles.
Yeah, you got it.
By ordinance divine. Look at you. Sakura swirl. Ha! Higher, higher, hands on fire. Manifest. Ha! Ha! Take flight. Ha! My will embody. Open. Can't handle your dreams. My apologies. Obey. Shake it and stir.
Die. Are you almost dead?
It is decided.
He's blocking everything.
Illusions of destruction.
Got her with the homing pause. What's up? What's up, Diona? Owned. Yeah, Cryo's good. It seems like the Electro Shield is basically like the Fatui Shield, it seems like. Well, no, I guess that's mostly Cryo only, right? It seems like Cryo and Pyro work pretty well for her shield. The Electro is good for the orbs, but like Pyro and Cryo are good for the shield itself. Sunfire works really well. Say later, Shadow. Yeah. That is a good team comp, actually. If you happen to have Freedom Sorn, you can pop that on Jean. Otherwise, you could run an Elemental Mastery weapon. Iron Sting is fine. Or you could run an Energy Recharge weapon on Jean. Again, the goal there is if you're running Sunfire Jean, it's not the damage isn't coming from her burst and stuff. like what you're actually trying to do is get swirl damage, right? So that is going to mean you're going to want to build her full EM. This is like your normal Jean build is like attack, animo, crit. But if you're running Sunfire, you want to actually run like all EM, maybe energy recharge, EM. Jean's Burst is pretty expensive. It does have a refund, but it's still pretty expensive. And she's got to keep up with Bennett, who scaled with energy recharge, right? You're running with Raiden, but it is still like a lot of energy recharge you probably need on her. Maybe like 150 or something, like a decent amount with like a Raiden team to be bursting with only using like her skill once. So I'd say like, yeah, Sunfire Jean, really underrated. That works really well on that shield. Yeah, or run a cryo team, pretty much. You all want to run a... I mean, it's going to be kind of a shorter stream, because it is nighttime, but... anyone want to run some co-op? We can run some co-op. I'm on the North America server. We just run some of this boss. Nice. I like decent stuff. Like my Kazuha, I do want like, so I have one bad EM piece. At least it's on set. Like this is pretty trash. That's pretty good. I mean, this piece, I'm not gonna lie, this piece is pretty solid. Elemental Mastery, on set. Got a couple wasted HP, but I mean, I can't complain. Elemental Mastery is pretty rare. These are decent. Decent amount of crit and EM. No EM, but I mean, pretty good stats otherwise. I like him to do some damage. I mean, I usually like running a more of a hybrid build, but this is like my EM build. Yeah, if people want to hop in, go up, we'll do a couple boss runs here. We'll do this Raiden boss here. If you want to see what it feels like to burst 5 seconds faster. I already have both of those weapons. My UID's in the corner. Let me know if you can't read it for whatever reason. I can pop it in chat or whatever. Still have to do this, huh? Anyone else? Anyone else want to join a couple boss runs here? What's Kokomi's burst uptime?
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion.
Let's see. Probably won't be 100%, but
alone and unchanging.
be pretty close. Damn. Let's see. So duration, yeah. Okay, so the duration is 10 seconds. Cooldown is 18. Takes down at 15. So you only have 3 seconds of downtime on Kokomi's burst. That's pretty wild. Alright, I'll matchmake. We'll have some randos in here.
Respect must be given to the will of every creature. Each fish in the ocean swims in its own direction.
Oh shit. It's Raiden Kokomi double date. What's up? What's up?
There is no escape!
I would normally let them take Raiden, but I mean, I gotta use Raiden, right? I just gotta. For now. This will be fun. Yeah, he's gonna be bursting on cooldown.
Shine down. Right here.
Oh, he gets me on that one.
Inferior. Strike dead. Inazuma shines eternal. Allow me. Be gone. Inferior. The eyes. Illusion shattered. Emerge. Shattered. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Right here. Right now. Lightning falls on the land of eternity. Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish. God is eternal. Rebuild. Inferior. Behold. Perish. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Inferior. Emerge. I'm always hold the line. Witness the final shine down. Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Gotta say the uptime on like the Kokomi burst is pretty nice for those heals. I think C6 Raiden is dope for co-op. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Right now. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Emerge. A British maneuver. Shine.
Oh no, did we lose someone?
Right here. There is no escape.
Only emptiness awaits.
Hate to see a dead Kokomi.
Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
I guess you know, it gets a little bit of benefit, but I guess like,
Let's move out.
unlike, so compared to like Ito or Kokomi, with like, because her infusions from her skill is not gaining as much, unfortunately. But it seems like if you were using like Raiden with like, yeah, like who else makes sense for there? Oh shit, like C2 Zhongli would be insane. Just dropping balls all day. What's this cooldown's already 12 seconds. Every 7 seconds, you'd be dropping balls, right? It's 12 seconds. Yeah, damn, 7 seconds. Oh man, are people just chilling? Don't roll in the donut. Don't do it. It's not good. I have it, but don't do it. It's not good. So here's the thing. You see how the benefits on it are like the energy recharge, But the energy recharge needs you to normal attack. So if you use off-field Kokomi, doesn't benefit. So when you have weapons that do give, this gives a flat energy refund, better. And then you have Thrilling Tales, which you can use to buff
To survive
Beto or
hardship,
Fischl or
you must
whatever.
prepare
It's
for
better.
hardship. Illusion shattered.
Yeah. I mean, definitely Raiden over the donut. Kokomi's got good options.
Yaya Publishing House
Alright.
has released numerous
I
works
think these
that
two
lay
people are
out
just hanging
military
out.
strategy
Should
in a
they want to do
simple
another
and
one?
pragmatic way. Respect must be given to the will of every creature. Each fish in the ocean swims in its own direction.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising.
Yeah. It's definitely harder than some of the other bosses.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
I can let them run Raiden. Look at me. I just, like, one run with Raiden, the C6 already gonna just share the glory.
Yaya Publishing House has released numerous works that lay out military strategy in a simple...
Weak.
Illusion shattered! Hear me!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Windblade! There is no escape!
Talkative though, huh?
Infuriated! Torn to oblivion! I swear by my sword! This bond is eternal! Perish! Inazuma shines eternal! Inferior! Barbados! Illusion shattered!
Amateur mistake.
Inferior! Torn to oblivion! I swear by my sword! The final calamity! There is no escape! Inferior! Now you shall perish! Wait, hear me. Eternity is in my
Seem like a guard there.
Like so close to my burst. Ah, I tried. I was trying so hard to get the burst up for them. I almost died trying to save them. That's the best I got.
Now you shall perish. Shine down. Pathetic. Wait, hear me. There is no escape. Go and fly. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. Swear by my sword. Prepare to be blown away.
Oh my god, die. Almost dead. Don't shield up, please. Got her. Okay.
Emptiness awaits.
We got her. We got her. Alright. Alright, so we got a little bit of use out of the C6 Raiden. I'm gonna probably wrap up a little early, I know it's shorter stream, but I just wanted to do it. Special occasion. A little like long day after work, wind down stream, get my C6 Raiden in. I'm gonna be trying to find some good comps and uses for her other than the ones I mentioned. If there are any, I'll try to find them. Yeah. Oh, and I'll be posting a video later tonight, so I have to hop off and edit it a little bit. But did a run before I did the C6, so it's a Raiden, Zhongli on side 2, and then Ye and Kazuha side 1, just duo run on Abyss. I'm gonna post that tonight. But I might try like, I don't know, maybe another comp. Maybe I'll try a solo. We'll see how it goes. I've seen a Zhongli for those Geo Shield, so alright. I'm gonna hop off.
Shine down.
Oh, hi, Jen. Didn't see you there. Hope you didn't just join as I'm leaving and wrapping up. But yeah, again, here's my final Raiden stats. I do have a upgrade in the works, but solid. Probably stick with just the R1 engulfing. Got the C6. We'll probably go for the crown, double crown at least. Feels right to do. But yeah, feeling pretty good about my Raiden right now.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Alright. I'll see y'all later. Peace.